Hi everyone, I'm Mike Green, Public Information Officer in the Allen County Commissioner's Office, and welcome to this edition of County Line. Well, so far the flu activity around us is low, but our neighbors to the south are now experiencing a significant spread, which means the worst is likely to hit us sooner rather than later. And while there's no good time to get sick, one of the worst times is around the holidays. And that's why our Allen County health officials are urging you to take the time now to get your flu shot. And make sure your medicine cabinet is properly stocked in case the bug bites you.
I'm sure you've read in the paper about what's going on with influenza, that they're seeing an unusual surge, not only in activity, increased activity, which is earlier than we normally do, but also with a different strain. So what we're trying to do, I anticipate it'll be here just in time for the holidays. So we're encouraging everybody, while you're out and about, get a flu shot. It's so easy. There's a number of ways that you can have it administered, a number of different brands that you can consider. Just talk it over with your pharmacist. I think probably from what I'm hearing from the doctors, they're pretty busy right now with seeing people with some other influenza and respiratory related things. So I think your best bet will be to go to a pharmacy, a grocery store, or Super Shot. And again, I think if you get it in the next few days, you are going to be protected by the time Santa comes to town. So again, and that's what we're really trying to do, get people vaccinated before they start getting together for all of these big holidays. So I'm going to let Connie talk about Super Shot, because they are our best friend in terms of accessibility and hours and all of that in terms of vaccines, not only for children, but for adults too. So Connie?
Hi there, I'm Connie Heflin with Super Shot, and Super Shot is a local nonprofit that provides immunizations primarily for children. We have 4 different locations. We offer walk-in, no appointment needed services, but if you would like to make an appointment, we do now offer that. So you can go to our website at www.supershot.org to find our clinic times and locations. But again, Super Shot, our primary focus is to break down the barriers of access and affordability of immunizations, and we encourage everybody to get out there and get vaccinated on time, every time. And we are here for the community and to serve those parents that need accessibility, before the holidays. So thank you.
Thanks, Connie. The other thing we wanted to talk about today is that we have been seeing a lot of respiratory virus activity, and there are a lot of different types of viruses other than influenza that can cause a lot of symptoms. So what we wanted to do was give you guys an opportunity and get on record what are the things you should have on hand, so that if you are sick, you got a fever, you're coughing, sneezing, whatever, what should you have on hand, number one, to minimize the risk that you have to go out and get something, so you have it already on hand, but the other thing that can address your symptoms and make you more comfortable. So to that end, what we'd like to do is invite you to step up, and Connie and our pharmacist Andrew is going to be talking about just what are the simple things you need to have on hand, and when would you use what? Because I think a lot of people see all this stuff and they get a little, mesmerized and don't know what they would use when. This will help clarify this, okay? So, Connie and Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Thanks so much for helping us understand what we need to have on hand for the flu. Can you give us kind of an overview of what do families need in their, medical kits?
Most definitely. What we believe everyone should do when you do get a cold or flu, definitely be hydrated. So we have the Pedialyte, that's very important to do.
For adults and children?
Adults and children.
Okay.
Yeah. Adults can use Gatorade, obviously.
Okay.
And then we also have different types of electrolytes that we sell in the store.
Okay.
And then the difference that we like to show people is for the cough, we have Delsym. Yeah, that's a really good brand right there. That's for your cough. The main ingredient is the dextromethorphan in there. That helps out. And then we also have the
for fever,
decongestant. For the fever, you would have your Tylenol or Advil.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That would help you reduce your temperature. And then for the expectorant, which is, the thick mucus that you
Right.
have in your chest,
Right.
that helps loosens it up, right? Mucinex is really good. We also have a Kroger brand, which is as good. Then for the, what is it, the decongestant here,
Yeah.
I have Sudafed PE, and then we also have the Sudafed that we keep behind the counter, which you need an ID for.
Okay.
That helps relieve the head congestion, because when you get sick, the lining of the nostrils or your whole head basically swells, and the decongestant helps relieve some of that, and shrinks it basically so that you can breathe again.
Right.
And then the headache that you'll have.
Right, and it's kind of confusing as a parent myself. Can you take all of this at the same time, or should you only take one medication at a time, and so on?
You could take them at the same time, because we do have combos where the combos
Okay.
would have, like the Dayquil, NyQuil, has pretty much, those ingredients in it.
Right.
So you could definitely do that, right? And then we have the NyQuil again, the liquid, the combo again.
Okay.
That has your decongestant expectorant in there.
And you're always available. If
We
a
are.
family
We
has
are.
questions, they can come up to the pharmacist and ask
Anytime.
about over-the-counter
That's why we're
products.
here.
Okay.
Correct. Correct.
That's
Yeah.
comforting. What do you have with the hand sanitizer? I see that.
Correct. Yep. That is always beneficial to have, because this will kill a lot of germs that you do need.
Right. Right.
So we always suggest having this around the household.
That's great. That's fantastic.
And then we have our cough syrup, basically, the Robitussin. And that's always good to use. Like you said, we have the immediate release, and then the Delsym is more of a controlled release, where you wouldn't have to dose it around the clock. You would just do it twice a day.
Okay.
All right, every 12 hours.
Fantastic information. And it's just great to know that a pharmacist is always
Right.
close
And then-
to answer these questions.
Then the last thing is obviously the antihistamine. Antihistamines blocks histamine releases, which causes a lot of your symptoms. The watery eyes, the sneezing, runny nose. So that's why you need antihistamines.
Got it.
These are all things that you definitely need. And then the very last thing would be the homeopathic stuff, which is your Zicam, high doses of vitamins in there, and which they say that helps boost the immune system.
And they should probably just stay hydrated, correct?
Correct.
I mean, beyond
But-
just drinking.
Right,
the-
definitely as much fluid as possible.
Right. All right. Well, thank you for all
Thank
the
you.
great information.
I'm Rick Kumler. I'm the Pharmacy Practice Coordinator for the Fort Wayne area for Kroger Pharmacies. And I just wanted to remind everybody that when you're in stores and you have any questions about what medications to use, there are side effects to all of these over-the-counter medications. And to please ask your Kroger pharmacist before you take any of these medications. If you have any questions whatsoever, we're here to help. Thank you.
Now, I'm the kind of grandma that gets you underwear for Christmas, okay? So I got to preface it with that. But I think it would be a good idea for if you have kids away at college or you have elderly parents that may not be able to get out, the next time you're at the grocery store or the pharmacy, pick up these things so they can have them on hand if they get sick. And just always a reminder that remember, older people, especially when they're living alone, even a simple respiratory infection can turn into something a lot more serious. So you need to check in on them, make sure they're okay, make sure they're not developing something a little bit more aggressive. So check in on your parents. But again, good thing to have all this stuff on hand. We're already out shopping now this time of year. House brand is fine. I always recommend the house brand versus, having to spend a lot of money, because this is an expense. You probably got about $20-$30 here to get this all together, and I get that. But I'll tell you, you'll be so glad when you have it on hand.
So again, make sure and get your flu shot as soon as possible. Hopefully you'll be starting off the new year in a healthy way. I'm Mike Green, Public Information Officer in the Allen County Commissioner's Office. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on County Line.
views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. If you or anyone you know might be interested in making a television show, please call 260-421-1250. Access Fort Wayne is a department of the Allen County Public Library.